Do you ever find it challenging to save money? You're not alone. This is a reality many of us grapple with daily, a struggle to stash away a little something for the rainy day amidst the whirling storm of high living expenses and stagnant wages. According to a recent Forbes article, a staggering 78% of Americans find themselves in the middle of this struggle, living paycheck to paycheck, trying to stretch their dollars to cover essentials and, hopefully, have some left to save. That's nearly 4 out of every 5 people you meet on the street, in the grocery store, or at the office. It's an issue that touches various age groups, from the young and spry to the seasoned and wise. Interestingly, baby boomers, those born between the mid-1940s and mid-1960s, bear the brunt of this struggle. You'd think these folks, who've been in the workforce the longest, would have it all figured out, right? But no. They're the most affected generation trying to navigate the tricky waters of saving amidst a sea of expenses. The typical American, according to the same Forbes survey, spends an average of $3,372 on essential expenses. Essential as in non-negotiable, gotta have it, can't live without it kind of expenses. Yet despite these hefty outflows, most respondents find their savings account balance teetering below $2,000. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a giant hole at the bottom. You just can't seem to make any headway. But here's the thing, it's not all doom and gloom. Yes, the struggle to save is real. Yes, it's a widespread issue, and yes, it seems like a daunting mountain to climb. But despite these challenges, there are ways to break the cycle and start saving. But what exactly is causing this struggle to save? One of the main factors at play here is high monthly expenses. Today, the average person spends around $3,372 on essential expenses like rent, groceries, and utilities. These costs are a major chunk of most people's income, leaving little room for saving. Simultaneously, we have to consider the issue of low income. Despite the rising cost of living, wages have remained relatively stagnant. This means that while expenses are going up, income isn't keeping pace, making it even harder to put money aside. Then there's the lack of budgeting. A budget is a financial plan that helps keep track of income and expenses. Without one, it's easy to lose sight of where your money is going and how much you're able to save. Unfortunately, not everyone uses a budget, which can contribute to the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Now let's look at savings. Despite shelling out over $3,000 on essential expenses monthly, most people have less than $2,000 in savings. This discrepancy makes it incredibly difficult to build a financial cushion. Without savings, any unexpected expense can lead to financial distress, making it even harder to break free from living paycheck to paycheck. Understanding these factors is the first step towards overcoming the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. So how can we break free from this cycle and start saving? It may seem like a daunting task, but with a few strategic steps, it's not as impossible as it may seem. The first step is reducing expenses. It sounds simplistic, but it's crucial. You'd be surprised how much you can save by cutting back on non-essential items. Maybe it's that daily latte, or perhaps it's the premium cable package that you hardly use. Small changes can lead to big savings over time. Next, let's talk about creating a budget. Essentially, a budget is a roadmap for your money. It helps you understand where your money is going and, more importantly, where you want it to go. It might sound tedious, but it's a powerful tool that can give you control over your financial life. But what about making lifestyle changes? Sometimes, it's not just about cutting back on small expenses. It might be about making bigger changes, like relocating to a more affordable area. Yes, it's a big step, but it could significantly reduce your cost of living and make it easier to save. Finally, remember that breaking the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle isn't just about saving money. It's about improving your overall financial situation. This might mean seeking higher-paying employment, investing in education to improve your skills, or even starting a side hustle for additional income. Remember, no matter how difficult it may seem, it is possible to overcome these challenges and start saving. It starts with understanding the problem and taking the right steps towards a solution.